So yeah, these two guys are making out here or whatever, but so yeah, the Supergirl just wasn't very likable. That's all. Okay, guys, I'm done with Supergirl. Walking out of the theater, and I gotta tell you, I really all right, so done with Supergirl. We're not at AMC Disney Springs tonight. Changed it up. Came over to Davenport and Polk County here at the Cinépolis. My first time at a Cinépolis. Watched Supergirl in IMAX, and I'm going to give you first my pros, and then I'm going to give you my cons. The first pro of this movie, and I don't want to be redundant like every other movie reviewer, but is Lobo. I will say that Jason Momoa is born to play Lobo even more than Aquaman. The standout of the movie, as I predicted, so that is the first pro. So the second pro and last pro of the movie is gonna be some of the action scenes were decent, but I'm gonna tell you now why they didn't really get near their full potential. The first con of this movie, just don't get political, man. Don't get political about it. Remember what DC said, don't get political, don't get political. All right, I'll just edit this out. All right, so the first con of the movie, the first con of the movie is, all right, is gonna be that the dialogue is terrible. So this would if I made a top 5 worst scripts of comic book films of all time, this movie's in there. This is a really, really bad script. It wouldn't surprise me if AI wrote it. What else? Sorry, guys. I had to get in the car because a lot of people coming out of the theater. It's loud. So yeah, the dialogue is terrible. Very expository. You guys know I can't stand that. It's just over and over and over. There's no emotion. There's no dialogue that kind of makes you read in between the lines or creates any sort of meaningful subtext. The shots in this movie are very simple, generic, safe, and yeah. Another complaint that I heard prior to the movie is that Supergirl is very unlikable. I would agree with that. Yeah, she just doesn't care. She just doesn't care about anything. She just cares about her dog. She's like this girl that just drinks and this like swashbuckling pirate, and again, not very likable. Another thing that ruined the movie was the director, whoever it was, he, she, or they, right, decided that during every action scene, because the couple of action scenes that I liked, there's some I didn't like, but there was one or two that I was getting into. He, she, or they decides to start always in the middle of the action. They'll put a joke. They'll have Supergirl stop and say a joke. That's not funny, obviously, right? And then there'll be some fighting, and then the next time they'll stop and they'll start playing some random like girl rock band music. It's just hand down in the cone and the crying in the times, and it just completely takes you out of the action scene. So that's another con, unfortunately. Overall, I was gonna give this movie a 2 out of 10, but since Lobo was in it and his couple scenes were pretty cool, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 2.5 out of 10. A 2.5 out of 10. No, all jokes aside, this movie is about a 3.5 out of 10. And yeah, it's just not a very good movie. Again, I think it had some potential. I think some of the action scenes were pretty good, but it was always ruined by a joke that she said, or him cutting or I don't know who directed this film. They cut the camera, or they'll start playing some music, or they'll do a slow-mo, or they'll have the action off camera when it should be always on camera, or in camera, excuse me, and just really hurt the film. I always try to review all my films in a non-biased fashion. And I'll give you an example. I can't stand Pedro Pascal personally. That's just me. But Mandalorian Grogu, not a good movie, but I'm not gonna. I thought it was better than Supergirl. There you go. I thought it was better than Supergirl. I don't know what these studios got to do. I'm very hopeful for Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday. I think they're going to be good movies, and hopefully Disney. It seems like they're riding the ship and getting back to telling stories instead of the other BS. So either way, guys, thanks for watching. I can't focus because there's these two guys right in front of me making out. Like, if it's like, they're in, I don't know if they're on vacation in the room by themselves. Like, it's very weird. I said, at least do it in the car, right? Like, you don't got to do it. They're right in front. You don't believe me? All right, here we go. Switching the camera. Bam. Let's zoom. You see him? You see him right there? Right there? They're still going at it. See, look now. Look at them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. It's so. Oh, more. The guy with the hat is really into it, right? And then boom, more. There you go. That's it. They've been going at it for 10 minutes, and I can't focus on my review here. But either way, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.